Booktubers, welcome back. So today, tonight, whenever time you're watching this, I thought I would give you guys a rundown of some of my favourite books that Booktube has recommended to me and ones that Booktube have made me buy. So pretty much this is a recommendations video, both of ones I have and haven't read that have been suggested to me by lovely creators here on Booktube. These are suggested to me by some of the bigger creators on Booktube, just from viewing them for the last few years. I am slowly finding more independent little, well not independent but tinier little Booktube channels that have done some really nice recommendations, but these are the ones that I've been sort of coerced into buying, in a sense, from these amazing booktubers who a lot of them know what they're really talking about, because I love a lot of these books. Now I do own a lot of these books, but you can see how many pops I have. I have a lot of pop Funkos and I can't be bothered moving them tonight because I'm tidying up my room. It is a mess right now. So I'm not going to bring them all down for the ones that I have read and things like that, but I thought I'd just get into some of the ones I have on my lap right now and just talk you through the ones that I have read, the ones that I haven't read, and the ones I'm really excited to read. So my absolute favourite that Booktube has recommended to me was actually my favourite book of 2018, and that was recommended to me by the lovely Emma Books. I'm pretty sure we all know who she is, but she recommended Heretics Anonymous throughout 2018, and I found it on ebook and I read it through my library and I went out on Book Depository and purchased the hardback. I loved it so much. I'm not a hardback buyer, I am a paperback buyer, and the paperback was not available yet, and typically I wait, but not for this puppy. No, I got this because I love it. I cannot believe this is a debut. I need Katie Henry's next book. I love her writing style. It is amazing. Thank you, Emma, for the amazing recommendation. Another entire book series that I've read besides the last one, but I can't say much because neither has he. Jessie the Reader, the lovely Jessie the Reader, of course, has recommended to absolutely everyone the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children original trilogy and now Map of Days. Now I haven't read Map of Days, but I have read the entire original trilogy and got my boyfriend's mother to read them all. We love these books and it is just amazing. I love it. The film adaptation, I have mixed feelings because they did change the main female character's power to another one. They changed her and Olive, I think it was, Emma and Olive, they changed. I can't remember the character's name that they changed, but I know Emma was not, nah. Emma had the fire power in the books, but I actually really enjoyed the adaptation, but I love these books. They are so whimsical and different, and the fact that there are actual real life images in these books really shows what Ransom can do with just things that he's found, and he builds a story that is just amazing. And to have a male protagonist, there's more male protagonists. We need more in literature. I do love a female protagonist. It's the same with Heretics, it's a male protagonist. We need more. I find so many females and I love it. I love that representation, but let's give us more males, come on. I'm not ashamed to be reading from a male perspective because I really enjoy it. It's very different and I'm all there for it. And watching all of the Bookmark live shows at the very start when they began, this is read by Zoe, Clockwork Reader and Hayley in Bookland. Read by Zoe was reading The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the comic book, graphic novel, whatever you want to call it, and she was reading it as her currently reading piece, and it wasn't properly recommended or anything like that, but because she was reading it and she wasn't hating it, and I really enjoyed the TV show, I picked it up. It was my last read of 2018 and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was amazing. I'm not really a big comic book person, even though I own so many comic books that I have read. I don't go out and search for them, but I searched for this one because I really enjoyed it, and I loved having Betty and Veronica in there because it is connected to Archie, and I want to read more of the Archie comics. I want to read Afterlife with Archie, and this has just made me want to pick up more comic books. And because Read by Zoe was reading them, thanks Zoe, you like sort of half recommended it in a sense, and because of you I picked it up and now it is my favourite and I need volume 2. It is spooky, but it's not too spooky. It was really good just to finish off my year with something nice and easy to read, and I loved it. Once again, our darling Emma Books, because I fell in love with her channel in the last year or so, and I've got a very similar reading style to her and reading taste, and obviously we all know she loves Cassandra Clare. So in 2018 I did participate in her Shadowhunter read along for the entire year, and I read every single Shadowhunters book, every single one of them, within the space of 12 months. Not even. I finished it before the end. I read Queen of Air and Darkness within like 5 days or something. I finished it really quickly. Like, I found a new favourite author because of it. Because of Emma, I found a new favourite author, and I absolutely love Cassandra Clare. I need every single book that's coming out this year, like now. Chain of Gold, that cover, oh, the cover. Oh, I need it. I need it so badly, and I have to wait till my birthday. It's coming out in November. But because of Emma, I read all of Cassandra Clare, and now I'm obsessed with her. Our darling queen of booktube. I see her as queen. We all know of her as the original booktuber. Paul and Bananas Books, Christine Riccio, who is about to release her debut book, which I am excited for, but she has been suggesting Sarah J Maas for years that I've watched her. I've been watching her for a long time, and it wasn't until last year that I read every single Sarah J Maas book under the sun besides Catwoman. I haven't gone into Catwoman yet, but all of Throne of Glass and all of ACOTAR were read and consumed by me within the space of like 3 months. I finished Tower of Dawn, the next day Kingdom of Ash came out, and I read Kingdom of Ash in like 5 days as well. Every single Sarah J Maas book, which are all on the very top shelf, which you can't see. They're in front of with my Buffy pops. I absolutely loved Sarah J Maas this year. I thought she was, well, last year, this year, it's January, give us a break. I loved Sarah J Maas. I found so much enjoyment out of the books that I read, and I just need more. I need more. I know we're not going to get more for a while, but I'm excited when we get more. And she's coming to Melbourne for her Kingdom of Ash tour for her last few stops, and I've got my ticket and I'm so excited. Like, because of Christine, I read all of Sarah J Maas and I found so much enjoyment. Last year I found so much enjoyment out of reading. And once again, Christine also recommended years ago the entirety of the Vampire Academy series, which I consumed in 2017 in the space of a couple of weeks. I like to binge read, obviously. Loved all of Vampire Academy, and once again it was Christine and a couple of my old high school friends originally that helped recommend them when I was a bit younger, but I rediscovered it from Christine, just watching old videos, and yeah. So they're the bigger books in that I have read, and now these are the ones that I haven't read but were recommended to me by a multitude of amazing booktubers out there. So Clockwork Reader, Hannah, the amazing Hannah, recommends all the time anything Victoria / V.E. Schwab. This is the Darker Shade of Magic. I've got the first 2 in the series, and they're all that I own of Victoria's books. I heard that she's coming to Melbourne for Supernova, and I've never seen a post about it, but I checked the Supernova website and apparently she's one of the confirmed author guests, so I need to read her books if I'm gonna go meet her. But Hannah has recommended V.E. Schwab so much. Quite a few booktubers that have mentioned V.E. Schwab, but the first one that comes to mind for me is Hannah, and without her I wouldn't hopefully have found another series that I will hopefully fall in love with, because her recommendations always tend to work well with what I like as well. I tend to have quite a broad reading like, so a lot of booktubers recommendations work for me. V.E. Schwab, someone I gotta get into. Laini Taylor. I'm always recommended Laini Taylor. Do you want to know how many Laini Taylor books I own? I own 2 of the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogies, and I also own the entire duology of the Strange the Dreamer duology, which have been recommended to me so much both by Katie Taskic and Books with Chloe. I've Muse of Nightmares is the quickest one for me to grab. But Laini Taylor, I own so much Laini Taylor and I haven't read a single bit. I have read like the first chapter of the first book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy just to make sure I liked the writing style, and I was falling in love with it. So it's gonna work well for me. I'm excited to read it, but I own 4 of her books and I haven't read a single one yet. I know Strange the Dreamer was Books with Chloe's like favourite book. It's one of her favourite books and I love looking at her annotations on it, like seeing the tabs on the side, and I just think it's gorgeous. But I'm really excited to get into these books, but I just have to find the time now. I can't go through a booktube recommended slash made me buy slash made me read book video without mentioning someone else who shares my name, Hayley in Bookland, the amazing Hayley in Bookland, who brought me back to booktube in like the late 2016. I found her videos and I rediscovered booktube because of her, and she loves The Book Thief, which I have read. I did read it. I absolutely love The Book Thief, narrated by Death, really interesting. I love it. I really enjoyed it. And Marcus Zusak, I had to read more Marcus Zusak, right? I have read The Messenger and I had to read that for school, but it's Aussie, he's Aussie, I have to read him, right? So I did read The Book Thief, set in World War II, narrated by Death. It's amazing. Liesl is a very different character, and because we don't see the world from her perspective, it's a very interesting take on what the world would be like. And I really do need to read this physically because I read it on audio, just because there's more to it, like there's pictures and everything, like. But booktube made me buy it, booktube made me read it, Hayley made me buy it, Hayley made me read it. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, that's just my little list of books that booktube has has recommended me that I've either already read and pretty much loved, or I've bought because I'm a sucker. That's essentially what it is. This is me just showing you how much of a sucker I am, and I need to stop buying books. I have quite a bit of a personal library now, but I love these books though. I love that I own them. I love that I have them. Booktube is a wonderful place to get recommendations. All the creators that I mentioned will be linked down below because they are just absolutely amazing. Let me know if there are any books either on this list that you have read and that you either liked or disliked, or if there's a particular book that screams, this booktuber recommended me this specific book, because yeah, I'd love to know what you guys see as your recommendations that you're constantly getting. But yeah, give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you're looking for some more content from me. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day or night, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!